Before MrBeast became the most powerful creator on YouTube, before the crazy challenges, the million-dollar giveaways, before breaking internet records, he was just a shy, skinny kid living in a small town with no money, no studio, and no idea how big his dream would become. This is the unbelievable story of how Jimmy Donaldson went from poor to one of the richest creators in the world. Jimmy grew up in Greenville, North Carolina, a quiet place. Nothing special. His family wasn't rich. His mom worked long hours, and money was always tight. Jimmy had no fancy toys, no expensive gadgets, but he did have one thing: curiosity. At age 11, he discovered YouTube. Not the YouTube we know today, a small website where anyone could upload a video. While other kids were playing outside, Jimmy was glued to the screen, watching creators who were somehow turning videos into careers. He wondered, can I do this too? At age 13, Jimmy picked up his brother's old laptop. The screen was cracked, the mic barely worked, and the internet connection was slow. But he made his first video anyway. Minecraft. No facecam, no editing, just a kid trying everything he could think of. For the next few years, he uploaded hundreds of videos, and almost nobody watched. Some videos got 20 views, others got 50. One time he hit 100 views and celebrated like he won the lottery. His classmates laughed. "Bro, stop wasting time. You'll never be a YouTuber." But Jimmy didn't care. He wasn't doing it for fame. He loved the game. By the time he was 15, YouTube became his life. He didn't play sports. He didn't go out. He barely talked in class. He spent every hour studying YouTube analytics. Why did this title work? Why did this video go viral? How does the algorithm work? He filled notebooks with numbers and ideas. He wasn't talented. He wasn't rich. He wasn't famous. But he had something most teenagers didn't: an insane level of obsession. Even after 5 years of uploading, Jimmy still wasn't making real money. He was 17, still living in a small room, still broke, still grinding. His mom told him to focus on school, so he tried going to college. But after 2 weeks, he dropped out. He knew YouTube was his calling. Nothing else mattered. When his mom found out, she was heartbroken. She told him to leave the house if he wouldn't study. And so, Jimmy packed his bag and slept on friends' couches, sometimes in the studio, sometimes anywhere he could. These were the hardest days of his life. Lonely, broke, exhausted. But he kept uploading. Then it happened. One ridiculous idea that changed everything. Jimmy said, "I'm going to count to 100,000 on camera." His friends laughed. Everyone thought he was insane. But Jimmy knew something. The internet loves crazy. He sat in a chair for almost 40 hours, counting and counting and counting until his voice was gone. When he finally uploaded the video, he had no idea what would happen. But within days, it exploded. Millions of views, tons of new subscribers, people all over the world saying, "Who is this crazy guy?" After 5 years of failure, Jimmy finally had his breakthrough. With his first viral video, Jimmy started making money. Not a lot, but more than he ever had. And what did he do with it? Did he buy clothes, new phone, a car? No, he gave it away. Sometimes he gave everything he had to homeless people, to strangers, to small streamers, to workers at stores. People called him stupid, but Jimmy wasn't spending money. He was investing in attention, and attention is the most valuable currency on YouTube. The more he gave, the more people watched. The more they watched, the more money came in, and the cycle began. Jimmy realized he couldn't grow alone. So he built a small team, friends from high school, and people who believed in his crazy ideas. They worked out of small rooms, tiny rented spaces, sometimes even garages. No big investors, no rich partners. Just passion. Together they created videos no one had ever seen before. Last to leave, 4 hours in a desert. Building a real-life Willy Wonka factory, and giveaways worth millions. Brands started calling. Sponsors lined up. YouTube pushed his videos like crazy. His channel exploded. 10 million, 20 million, 50 million, 100 million subscribers. Jimmy went from broke teenager to running a multi-million-dollar empire. Today, MrBeast is more than a YouTuber. He owns companies like Beast Burger, Feastables, philanthropy channels, a massive production empire. He helps people rebuild homes, pays for surgeries, plants trees, and creates jobs. From a small-town kid with nothing to one of the richest, most influential creators on the planet. So how did MrBeast go from poor to rich? Not luck, not money, not talent. It was obsession. It was consistency. It was believing in a dream that looked impossible to everyone else. Jimmy didn't just chase success. He engineered it. And if his story teaches anything, it's this. You don't need to be rich to start. You just need a dream you're willing to suffer for. If you like this video, I recommend you watch this next video.